welcome back. I go by Chanel, the It Girl, your intuitive therapist. Thank you again for joining me for another video. Thank you to all those liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting down below, hitting the algorithm up for your girl. I appreciate you. All right, guys, y'all saw the title. Without further ado, let's jump right into the juice, and I will see you at the pile selection. Peace. Pile one, let's go. All right, pile one. So we got the rubber band here. So you may be flexible, stretchy, pliable. It's giving boomerang effects. It's giving circle of trust. Okay. So what makes you a catch, pile one? It's definitely a magnetism about you. Whoa. Emperor card, period. Aries energy. What makes power? Oh, I didn't even see these come out. Cancer, Gemini energy. Oh, Virgo energy. And at the back of the deck, we have Sagittarius energy. So you are a big deal in people's lives. Y'all gonna hear that dog, y'all. Like, I don't know what the fuck, like, y'all. That's my fault though, because I usually record in the morning. Okay, so what I'm also getting here is your, like, what makes you a catch is your transparency. Like, you just gonna call it like you see. You just gonna call it out. You don't really have no filter. Okay, it's given. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. I want what I want, how I want it, and that's that on that. What makes you a catch is you really created your empire. And if not, if you haven't amassed that empire yet, then you are creating your empire by any means necessary. You may be really good with your hands. You may be really good at being able to see like a project or to see the long, like it's given long ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may look at a business venture of some sort and you're like, okay, I'm going to craft this. I'm going to make, I wouldn't say make the best out of it, but I'm going to make do with what I have so that I can create the stability to get that ROI. Okay. You're all about the ROI, 222 on the clock. As I said, that you're about reciprocation and balanced partnerships, but also you are very impatient. Or, oh, I said impatient. Wow, that's crazy, because I really meant patient. So it gives that you're impatient about like waiting on things. Like okay, so let me back up a little bit. You're not willing to negotiate with things and people that don't align with where you're going. Okay, that is what I'm getting here. You're also someone who is an overthinker. And 313 on the clock, that makes you a catch. You being an overthinker. And you putting a lot of emphasis on your partnerships and making sure that they're fruitful, not only for you, but for the other person. It's crazy because I'm getting like business, but I'm really getting that what makes you a catch is you're like, people want to be with you, like romantically. That's what I'm really getting here. It's really given. You give off this air of not only regality, but I want to marry this person. I can see long term. You're very mature. You're very practical and experienced, very disciplined, very focused, and very powerful. And your willpower is unmatched. Your resourcefulness is unmatched. Your communication skills unmatched. And you also have the innate ability to cooperate with others, to work things out, to be goal oriented. All right, y'all, I had to stop because I was getting so frustrated. I ain't even gonna lie. That dog pissing me the fuck off, yo. And it usually doesn't get me that riled up. And that's how I'm feeling the energy from you guys. When y'all are done with something, y'all are going to leave it the fuck alone. Y'all going to walk away. Insufferable. Like you, oh my gosh, like you get so frustrated at times when things are not the way you want it to be, to the point where you will just leave it. You just, oh, forget about it. F this. I'm going home. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm out. I'm out. Whatever that means to you. You'll quit a job. You'll quit a relationship. It don't matter. This actually makes you a catch. What also makes you a catch is you may not even see yourself as this powerful master manifester. You may not see all of your greatness and all of your potential, if that makes sense. And if you do see it, you don't act like it. So you don't have this air of arrogance about you, but you have this steady stillness that says, around and find out, okay? And you're humble at the same time. So that's what makes you a catch, is that you don't even walk around like you see yourself. You get what I'm saying? You almost walk around and people can sense your, I wouldn't say victim mentality, but it's given imposter syndrome. It's given, you just do things and you have amassed this sort, I wouldn't say, it's not like a regality about you. It is, but it's really you have mastered a goal, a business, a whatever you do it well, and you don't act like it. You don't see it. It's almost as if you're just not seeing yourself, right? Another thing that makes you a catch is your toxic ways, okay? Your toxic ways. You may have frenemies. You may cause tension. You may cause uproar. You, especially like in relationships, right? Your toxic traits may come out, and that's what makes you a catch. Like because you come across as someone who is that has self-control, but at the same time, if things don't go your way, like I said, that's when that dog come out of you, okay? And you like, fuck, I can't take it. Never mind. Just never mind. And that's what makes you a catch. Believe it or not. We got date night here, intimacy. Yeah, you're a very intimate person with the people who you let in. That's the energy that I was getting too, especially with this Eight of Swords here. It's the people who are closest to you see that. They see that sometimes you will ruminate on things, or you entrap yourself in like the analysis paralysis. You will sometimes become unproductive, or you have like a victim mentality sometimes when it comes to business or relationships or pushing forward or going after your dreams. Only the closest people see that though, and that still makes you a catch because it makes you relatable. It's almost like without this Eight of Swords, you would be, dare I say, too good to be true. So there had to be something here that people are like, oh, okay. That's what makes you a catch. Let go. Exactly. You are willing to let things go if it is not serving you. Make room for the new beginning that's on its way to you. Okay, I love that. Let's get some love oracles before we close this out. People don't always know what to say around you. I have trouble expressing myself. This could be you, or this could be the people who come in contact with you, but that makes you a catch too. I'm telling you, your toxic traits, the things that you fumble up on, that you may be even ashamed of, that's actually what makes you a catch. I'm telling you, it makes you very, very relatable and down to earth, and people feel like they can relate to you. I still care about you. So those people that you left in the past, they still care about you. I connect with you at night. People dream about you. And you fill me up with happiness. Yeah, you make people happy. And then look, the last card that came out is you worry so much. So yeah, that the definite worry, victim, I wouldn't say, well, victim mentality and overthinking definitely makes you a catch. Okay, let's close this out with an affirmation. Oh Lord, y'all, I am sweating. Y'all, your anger makes you a catch. I said what I said. I have the power to pick myself up again. Life stuff happens. You get knocked down and you get back up. That's always been my mentality. Odell Beckham. That actually makes you a catch. Your power to get going and keep going. Anyway, let me know how this resonated in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl by liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all of the things. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Pal 2, let's go. All right, Pal 2, this is a bobby pin. So you may hold things together, hold people down. You keep it tight, you keep it right. You play the long game is what I heard. Okay, Pal 2. What makes you a catch? That's too many. A lot of things make you a catch, okay? We have Scorpio energy, Virgo energy. Whoa. Cancer energy, Gemini energy, Leo energy. What makes you a catch? Oh, wow. We got more Capricorn energy and more Sagittarius energy. I'll tell you one thing, you are a big deal in people's lives. That's what makes you a catch. Your energy is like big. It's big. Like people, when you come into people's lives, they're like, oh, Pal 2, yes. We love it. Give me 15 more of those. That's what this is giving. You, oh my gosh, you cause a lot of anxiety and fear in people. But you know why though? It's because of your strength. It's because of your domineering spirit. It's because of your bravery and confidence. People don't know how to necessarily take you because you are also very charming and graceful, very flirtatious. You wear your heart on your sleeve, but you're also at the same time standoffish. You're self-reflective. You're very wise, but you're also very nurturing. It's crazy. People don't know. People are like, what do I think of Pal 2? Like, I don't know what to think of Pal 2, because at any given time, they don't know what part of you they're going to get to. Are you going to light up the room today, or are you going to draw the energy inward or draw your energy inward and kind of block people out? Are you going to be happy-go-lucky, or are you going to be standoffish? They don't know what to take you. Are you going to be the life of the party, or are you going to, be to yourself? And when you're to yourself, people really are like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with Pal 2? Are they okay? Woo. You're very pleasant. you are also very contemplative too. And you don't mind leaving things and people in the past. And when I say in the past, like let's say things are not going your way for whatever reason, whatever relationship that you're in, be it romantic, business, or otherwise, if it's not bearing the fruit, you'll let it go. What also makes you a catch is you don't always see the good opportunities that are in front of you. You know why that makes you a catch? Because then people want to prove it to you. That's crazy. Like, look, it is what it is. That is very catchable to people, that they have to prove themselves to you because you come in with this energy of a provider. Male or female does not matter. You're very, I did say nurturing earlier, very healer, very practical, right? So when you are not nurturing, when you're not showing up in that energy, showing up in the partier energy, the laugh and be merry energy, people are like, oh no, hold on. Pal 2 is showing me the other side. So that means now I gotta prove to them that I deserve that other side. You get what I'm saying? Like they want to prove it to you. You also are isolating. You also sometimes come across as very overwhelmed, like you have a lot of things going on, like you have a lot of irons in the pot. But you're also very lighthearted as well. And when you do want to interact with people, you are the life of the party. You have overcome a lot of obstacles. Some people think that you still have those things kind of like on your mind, or that you have this fear or worry that you'll regress in that way. And that's what makes you a catch, because it's always in the back of your mind that the same way that you got it is the same way that you can lose it in that standpoint. So you're a hard worker and you'll continue to do your best at things, very resourceful, very organized, and also very socially conscious too. So even though you have your moments when you need to recharge, where you need to pull yourself back, when you may have these like little socially awkward interactions with people, even though you have that, on the other side, you're still all of the other wonderful things that I was saying, if that makes sense. You're very spiritual as well. And you also have the ability to make people contemplate, make people think deeper. You're very enlightened as well. And you have the power of persuasion. And you're very influential. And you're just an overall good time, very good energy about you. You also make people realize things about themselves. Like, how can I say this? Your upcomings, like the way that you are, the energy that you have, right, brings out the insecurities in others, because you come around and they see that you've been through a lot. They see that you work through things. They see that you have this air of enlightenment about you, and it makes others think like, wow, like where am I kind of falling short at? Date night and reverse though. No. And love spell. Oh, it's that blockage energy. People do really want to take you on dates. People would love to interact with you, whether that's on a romantic level or just even on a friendship level. And you'll block people off. You'll be like, no, I got this to do. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You're too busy sometimes. And that is what makes you a catch. What makes you a catch is that you don't let everybody in. What makes you a catch is that no is a full sentence for you. And you ain't even going to over explain yourself. It's just, oh, do you know? Straight face. And they're like, oh, okay. That's what makes you a catch. You're definitely not in that pick me energy. Let's get some love oracles out here. I want to be different. I'm working hard on myself. Let's get one more. What is this one? I never meant to hurt you. Yeah, you don't seek to hurt people. The things that you may say that may hurt them, they know it's not malicious, right? However, you're not afraid to like tell the truth. You're not afraid to say what's on your mind. You're not afraid, like I said, that no is a no. And the fact that you are different and the fact that you're working hard on yourself, that's what makes you a catch too. And what makes you a catch is that you're genuine. You genuinely don't want to hurt people and you're genuinely a loving person. I love that for you. Let's get an affirmation to close this out. What is this one? I am open to trying new things and creating something new. Live your life, live it right. Be different, do different things. Kendrick Lamar. All right, guys, let me know how this resonated in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl by liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all of the things. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Paltry, let's go. All right, Paltry. So this is a shaker that goes in a bottle, and you like for the protein and stuff, and you shake it up. And so what makes you a catch is you may be in the mix, you may be a shaker, you know, a mover, a shaker. You keep people like, or you have people wrapped around your finger. You leave people in a daze, like mentally, like they're spiraling. That's what I got. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. You may have messages in another pile. Virgo energy, Cancer energy, Leo energy. Oh yeah, definitely. Capricorn. I'm about to say Scorpio. You may be a Scorpio or may have prominent Scorpio placements. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Taurus energy, Leo energy. My God, you're a big daggone deal. You're very popular. And if you're not popular, if you don't see yourself as popular, it may be like popular in your area, popular at work, popular in your neighborhood, just prominent. People recognize you. You are recognizable. Okay? You have a lot of success. Have a lot of achievements. You're improving yourself. You're very traditional. That's what makes you a catch. And it's crazy because too, like people see you and they're like, that's wifey material. That's hubby material. You give, I want a family. You know, you give nurturing vibes. You give, let's do this for a long time. But at the same time, you're in and out. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, especially if you are single, you definitely give relationship. However, your energy is very fleeting and flighty. Like you're very in and out, here today, gone tomorrow. So when you're around, you give, oh my gosh, shout out to my boy. Anyway, you give, boyfriend experience, girlfriend experience, wife experience. Like if you are single, okay, if you are in a relationship, then you just ooze the relationship vibes, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You also are very wise and knowledgeable, and you care about the collective as a whole. That's what makes you a catch. When I say like extremely wise, you may be a teacher. You may be able to teach people how to either heal themselves or get into their spirituality more, their spiritual practices, and whatever spirituality looks like. It doesn't have to be tarot, it doesn't have to be religion, 333 on the clock. It can be, whatever helps pull people and inspire people. That's what it is. You are extremely inspiring. You're very passionate, very brave, very fearless, very confident. Like, it's so many confident cards on here that people like, you actually make people retreat a little bit when you come around, because you are that enlightened. You are that like you on another level. It gives an anomaly. You're an anomaly. You're very contemplative and introspective as well. And you come into people's lives and you transform the Scorpio energy here. I said Scorpio and it wasn't no Scorpio cards, but now with this death card, baby, that's a Scorpio card. Okay. It's very, very transformative. And you also have the ability to get other people's money. For real, for real. People want to collaborate with you. They want to be down with whatever you like. They like, if Pow 3 said it, then I want to be a part of it. You're also able to walk away from things too. You're also able to let things, when things play, you recognize that things have an expiration date. That's what it is. And you're able to just, let it be. But you're also willing to fight for what you have amassed as well too. And you have very strong boundaries. You have very strong belief. You have very strong belief system, and you're willing to die on a hill about what you believe, what's right for you, what your value system is. You're going to fight that tooth and nail. And also too, those things change as well, right? So let's say your value system 10 years ago is not what your value system is now, or 3 years ago, or 5 years ago, and you're still willing to die on that hill. Does that make sense? Like, whatever you're into at the moment, you're going to stand 10 toes down about it. You're very resourceful. And if you're a mother, you mother very well. And even if you're not a mother, you have this mothering spirit about you, even if you are a male. Very practical, very organized too. And sometimes even just like a homebody, as much as you can go out and be recognized and have fun and all of the things, like, you just love yourself some comfort. Very comforting spirit. And that's what makes you a catch. And you're also rebellious too. You are willing to rebel for the greater good. That's what makes you a catch as well. No wonder why I got that shaker, that shaker type of energy. The shaker spirit. Retrograde is trying to come out. Oh my gosh, I can't even, that's crazy. So, hold on, let me just get more cards before I say something about that. Patience. Guardian. Yeah, you come into people's lives and it feels like you are their guardian. Like, it was sent, I heard sent from heaven. You also are patient with people. You also give yourself this patience too. That's what really makes you a catch too, is that the energy that you give out, it's because you give it to yourself first and foremost. You have spies around you too. There's this big horsefly around here. Of course, now I said something, it flew away. But Anyway, you have spies around you. That's what makes you a catch too. And this Mercury retrograde in reverse, it's like the reason why I think it couldn't come out is because people don't, when people lose you, when you push people aside, it's an emergency to them. You hear that? To them, you break their heart. To them, they don't want to reevaluate things and why things went awry. You leave that much of an impact on people that if they lose you, they just want to be done with it. That was a whole channeled message. What makes you a catch is you may have like car issues. And you're willing to cut people off too. Did I say that earlier? That also with that retrograde energy, because Mercury deals with communication, you're willing to go ghost on people, be silent. You're willing to just be like, you know what? All right, then peace. We ain't got nothing to talk about. That's fine. Stand by. Look, people just want you to stand by. Even if they did wrong, even if they know they did wrong, they're like, just please just stand by. Be patient with me. I somehow trust you. People trust you a lot, and people are on your mind. You are on people's minds a lot. That card says, I still think about you. So the people who you may have had to cut off for whatever reason, they still think about you. That is what makes you a catch, is that people don't want to lose you. Can we work this out? Exactly. People still want to work things out with you. Yeah, that's what makes you a catch. Let's get an affirmation to close this out. I'm courageous and stand up for myself. Exactly. Be different. Don't be different just for different's sake. If you see it differently, function that way. Follow your own muse always. And this is what makes you a catch. Morgan Freeman. All right, guys, let me know how this resonated in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl by liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all of the things. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Pile 4, let's go. All right, Pile 4. So this is a measuring tape. So very precise, okay? Very calculated. That's what makes you a catch. Oh, and it also says hyper tough. I never realized that. So your toughness, hyper toughness makes you a catch. Virgo energy. Aries energy. I'm getting nervous. You make people very nervous when you come around. It's in a good way though. People fumble. People may fumble, or people have fumbled you. That's what makes you a catch. Leo energy, Libra energy. Scorpio energy. Oh my gosh, people love you so much. You seem like a breath of fresh air. That's what this gives. You give a breath of fresh air. You're visionary. That's what makes you a catch. You're a visionary. You're about your coins, okay? Your long-term stability, your success. You are about your family. You're about your principles. You have this expansive type of energy. You want to like travel, like your traveling spirit, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You have very high expectations too. And you are about progress. You're about forward movement. You're about affluence, okay? You don't just want to be rich. You want to be wealthy. You think long term. You think end game. You have very strong boundaries, and you're also very, very alluring, very charming, very feminine. Even if you're a man, it's just like this I don't chase, I attract type of energy with you, even though none of these cards say that, because actually these cards are talking about standing on business, they're talking about traveling, it's talking about going after the things that you desire. So there's that, but also there's this underlining energy of, I just know it. I just know I got it in the bag. I don't quite know how, but I'm just going to keep working it how I work it. I'm going to keep expanding. I'm going to keep looking at the horizon for things, if that makes sense. You're very compassionate and creative as well. Very, very graceful. And people may invite you to, like a lot of places, to go and have fun. And because you know how to work a crowd, you may be flirtatious. You follow your heart, you follow your dreams. Very determined and very protective as well. And you're a hard worker. You plan things out too. You don't just, none of these cards just say like you are hastily going at things. These are all cards of planning and persistence and perseverance and the long game. That's why I'm getting like it's the long game. Every one of these cards are looking towards something. Even the Seven of Swords talks about something, you defending your success, you defending your honor, right? That's what that is. You fight for what you think is right. You going to stand on business every time. You go after new opportunities and you're very forward thinking as well. And you're willing to put in the hard work. You're very patient with things. You're not just somebody who's going to abandon ship because you don't see the fruits of your labor. You may wonder about it. You may even go in a different direction, but it'll still be that same core value, if that makes sense, or that same core belief or that same core goal. You'll have that. You just may like pivot. That's the word that I'm looking for. You're not afraid to pivot. Yes, luck is on your side. You're very lucky. That's what makes you a catch. Noah's here and date night. So this may be you saying no to things that not only don't serve you, but remember I said like you're willing to pivot. So if you get that you're going into something and it's not really doing what it's supposed to do, you're able to pivot and do something different to still get the desired result that you want. That's what makes you a catch. People want to take you out on dates. That's what makes you a catch. Like you're very alluring. You're very also aesthetically pleasing too. And you're strong-willed. Confessions. People want to confess to you. It also gives that you can keep secrets as well. This is very like you get to the point, you do what you got to do, and you get gone. It gives I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You fill me up with happiness, karma, and past life regression. People feel like you, when they come around you, they feel like they just know you. You fill people up with happiness, like this says, but the karma, I feel like this goes two ways. For some, you are people's karma. 707 on the clock, as I said that. If they do you wrong, you're at a place in your life where you know that you're not even going to have to figure that out. God's going to have your back. Spirit's going to have your back. And your successes, your wins, your upcoming, you doing you is going to be that person's karma, if that makes sense. But also too, whatever karma that they deserve, you know that it's coming towards them, not because you prayed for it, but that it just gives that you one of God's favorites. Okay. Yes. You also have it's like you have this strong foundation and sense of self about you, and that's what makes you a catch as well. And you may be very family oriented, or you have a lot of traditions. That's what makes you a catch as well. Let's get an affirmation to close this out. I love myself. You just need to be accepted for who you are and be proud of who you are. And that's what I'm trying to do. Lewis Hamilton. I control my own destiny. Exactly. I believe in destiny, but I also believe that you can't just sit back and let destiny happen. Spike Lee. All right, guys, let me know how this resonated in the comment section down below. Hit the algorithm up for your girl by liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all of the things. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.